Hi, boys and girls. So I'm continuing with topic 11.6, where you're adding and subtracting fractions on a number line. So it says, in 1 and 2, write the equation shown on the number line. Simplify if possible. So now here, they're giving you the number line. They want you to write the equation, okay? So I'm going to do number 1. Okay, so it's very important, remember, if it's going this way, okay, if it's going to your right, okay, if it's going to your right, this is adding, okay, because we're going forward. This is adding. So it says that they start here. They start at 0, okay, they start at 0 and they go to 1/5. So I'm just going to write it up here. They go to 1/5, okay? Because they start at 0 and their arrow is pointing here. So they're at 1/5. When they get to 1/5, they then add, because remember, we're going forward, we're going right, we're adding. They then go forward and they move 1, 2, okay? They move 2 spaces, 1, 2, okay? So that means if I move 1, 2, I'm going to put 2 over, and I'm going to keep the denominator here and the denominators that are here. I'm going to keep the 5, okay? They do 1/5 plus 2/5. That's what they did. If you add that, put your fraction bar, you keep your denominator, and you get 5. If you add 1 plus 2, you get 3, okay? Now, really quick, okay, I know some of you are probably thinking, okay, well, it's 1/5 plus 3/5. No, okay? They start at 1/5 and their equation equals to 3/5. Okay, this is what it's supposed to equal. You need to find out what goes here. That's why you need to look at how many fractions they are skipping. Okay, so you're here, 1, 2. Okay, that's why I did 2/5. I skipped 2. Okay, I'm gonna just write it here too. 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2. That's why I put 2/5. And you get 3/5. If they got 3/5, you know you're right, okay? Okay, and we should all know by now, if you look at 3/5, you cannot simplify this fraction. You cannot make it any smaller, okay? But if you're still having trouble with this, please use the mat, write it out. You know, write your fractions out for 3, write your fractions out for 5. Okay. Number 2. In number 2, we notice that the arrow is going this way now. It is going left, okay? When it is going back, when it is going left, you are going to be subtracting, okay? So let me look at where they start. They start at 5/6. So I'm going to write that here. I'm going to write 5/6, okay? Now, they move 1, 2, okay? They moved 1, 2, 2 spaces. So I'm going to put minus 2, okay, whatever spaces they moved. Okay, they moved 2 spaces. Whatever spaces they move, you're going to put the number of spaces on the top. That is going to be your numerator. They moved 2 spaces. I put 2 here. Put my fraction bar, and I'm just going to keep the denominator that they all have, okay? I'm going to put a 6 here. Now, if I subtract, I should get this, because remember, you're not going to subtract 3/6. No, 3/6 is what you're supposed to get. That's supposed to be your answer, okay? So if I subtract, I'm going to put my fraction bar, move my denominator over here. 5 minus 2 is 3. If I check, they are the same, okay? Now, if I look closely at 3/6, I'm pretty sure that I can make this fraction into a smaller fraction. I'm sure I can simplify it, okay? So I'm going to pull out my chart. Okay. I'm going to put it over here. And in it, I'm going to put 3 over 6, put my 3 over here, my 6 over here, 3 over here, 6 over here, okay? So then, for my 3's, I have 1 times 3, and I believe that's it. For my 6, I have 1 times 6 and 2 times 3, okay? Now I put them in the circles. I have 1 and 3. For 6, I have 1, 2, 3, and 6. Now I have to see what numbers they have in common. They both have a 1, and they both have a 3, okay? Now I have to see what's the biggest number they have in common. That's the 3. So I know that I can divide 3 over 6 by 3. So I'm going to go back to my fraction over here, and I'm going to divide it by 3. Okay, that 3 divided by 3 equals 1. 6 divided by 3 equals 2. So my real answer is 1/2, okay? Please, guys, please remember that when you do this, you need to start seeing if you can make the fraction smaller, okay? So that is how we add and subtract fractions on a number line. For those of you that are at home, if you don't have this mat, remember, you can just put the numbers here. Like, for example, if I have 3 over 5, put 3 here, put 5 here, and see what two numbers multiply to get 3 or 5, okay?